Hey everyone, this is Austin, and welcome back to another review. And this is, I'm going to butcher the name, Infinite Dendrogram. And I'm going to be honest, before the video begins, I'm going to just tell you right now, since it's a first impressions video, if you should watch it, and why should you. I have to make the comparison, even though I don't want to. It's just, if the SAO started off really good, this would be it. And it's really good, and I'm not going to lie, I'm going to reference SAO a lot, but this anime is pretty good, and I possibly would say it's better than the last I watched, but it's still pretty good. They're all pretty good so far in winter, but anyways, getting into the actual, episode, and I'm going to throw in my thoughts. We meet, Cheshire, and I love the cat. I really do. Such an interesting character, and we kind of see the whole introduction process of everything, how good old Ray is going to pick his character. And of course, as most, I'd probably have a hard time picking a character and how they look, for the simple fact I have an addiction to creating interesting characters, especially in Black Desert. I've made a lot of shield hero characters, but nonetheless, of course, Ray wants his original look, but he changes his hair, and obviously, it's dirty blonde. Blonde's an actual popular color in Japan. If you don't know, some kids in the rebellious phase do dye their hair blonde or bleach it, as some would say. And after, he gets his character done, he is given a item box for his travels, the basic necessities, and he gets his embryo attached to his left hand. And there's a huge kind of catch with it. It will hatch into its first form, so we'll leave his hand, and there's different forms of these embryos. They're kind of like familiars in my opinion. We have the Arms, Monster Guardian, Chariot, Castle, Territory. There's endless possibilities, and it sounds pretty cool. And of course, he gets the whole thing of, hey, where do you want to go for your nationality? And, I even sometimes have issues picking that kind of stuff. But anyways, the goal of the game is anything, and I honestly love that. I really want to play a game like this. Not gonna lie. But anyway, so after deciding everything, poor man gets dropped into the kingdom, and he's right in front of the kingdom. I'm gonna be honest with some of the stuff, comparing this to Shield Lolly. The art isn't as great. I'm gonna be honest, but it's not a deal breaker because so far it has me interested. I'm not gonna even joke with you guys, but anyway, so we see him, obviously, he's falling, and, I thought he was going to be gone for good, but it's, first time he's good, so, kind of thing. And continue on to, the whole thing. We see that Ray's actually supposed to meet his not his little brother, but his brother by the fountain. So, it's kind of like, a friend meetup. I sometimes think that we have party systems on, like, PlayStation that I can tell people where I am, and, yeah, just know it's sometimes difficult to find out where people are. But nonetheless, he is walking, and a girl runs right into him and sends him flying. This poor man gets literally everything hurt, and I'm not gonna lie, I laughed a little bit. I'm like, you got wrecked, boy. But poor man, his left and right arm were broken. Pretty cool game mechanic right there, but he obviously gets back. He gets a letter for a quest, and he gets now a whole thing of, wait, she wasn't an actual player, she was an NPC, so he now has this new quest, and the quest is level 5, which is a high, level player with a full party kind of thing, and he goes looking for his brother, and he, finds his brother right here, and, I was like, what is this? He's in a bear suit with kids around him? I'm going to call the FBI real soon. But, yeah, his brother's name in game is Shu, and, pretty funny, they're both Starling, and Ray tells his brother about what he just got, like a quest, and he's apparently, Shu hasn't really got around to doing it, and we kind of get a little bit of a background on Liliana, which was the NPC, and how basically she has a fan club of NPC players and actual players, kind of thing. But anyway, so we get a little bit more information about how the world works, that, this game, the quest, there's no triggers, it just happens, and it's kind of cool. And we see that the note is an actual kind of like, hey, this is where a hint where my sister is, and obviously she's in a very dangerous place that's overran by monsters, insect monsters, and this quest has a limited time, and it can be failed. I thought that was really cool, and we get a little thing of when an NPC dies, they die for good. They don't come back, and it makes the game realistic. And, we see Shu kind of wanted to have this quest have a happy ending, and this kind of weighs into Ray, and we kind of see his personality shine through. But anyways, so continuing on, they arrive to the ruins, and Shu actually gives Ray a bunch of items and invites him to the party, and we are greeted with another thing about the game. If you die, you're logged out forcibly for 24 hours, and 24 hours in real life equals to 72 hours, which is basically 1 in real life hour is 3 good old, game hours. Yeah, that's kind of crazy, but yeah, we see what kind of danger they're in currently and what is if they fail kind of thing. But anyways, we see Liliana is kind of just in the ruins fighting the mobs to defend her sister, and I'm going to be honest with you guys, nice character model, but this is my favorite part besides the last part. Shu comes in like a real, why, just coming in with a minigun, just casually gunning them all down, and I'm like, really, this is amazing. But we see Shu actually secures the area, and we see kind of Ray play around with a little of his emotions and almost liking Liliana, and we see the NPCs actually join the party, and Liliana is 210. Boss music plays, and we see the bosses, demi-drag worms, show up, and then another one, then another one, then another one, and another one, and another one. Yeah, I made the joke. I'm not proud of it. But anyways, we see that now Shu has to kind of figure out what he's got to do because his minigun ran out of ammo, which is kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, these worms, they're not small at all, and Shu decides to go Super Saiyan God on them and gets utterly destroyed, and we see that 4 have appeared, and we see this whole thing of, Liliana telling Ray to go run and take her sister somewhere safe. Basically, since they're high levels, they can kind of handle it, and we actually get why, Liliana's sister was going to gather berries. It was for her sister because it's her birthday and she wanted to make her sister a cake. And I thought that was adorable. I'm not going to lie. This year is the year of adorableness so far, and I love it. But anyways, we see Ray almost, reaches the exit. But, just like anything in this world, it's never going to end well. It never ends well. You think you almost got it? Nope. In an NPC world or a good old, MMO, you almost get it, but you got to do more somehow, and you cry. You cry a whole lot. But we see that another worm shows up, and he literally guards the sister, and, he almost died himself trying to protect her. He doesn't want to let her die because she dies forever, and it doesn't sit well with him. And we kind of see this whole harsh reality of him just really trying to save himself and her, so he's kind of battling 2 things at once, and I thought that was really cool. I actually really, really like his personality with the whole, I can't let an NPC die. That's just not on me, and SEO would have that if they followed the... Never mind. Continue on. We see, as I said, him kind of just trying to save her with everything he has, and, we see that this whole thing, what his brother has said previously, and at first, when you're in a game, you think NPCs, who cares about them? They'll come back. Now, when he knows that they won't, knowledge is a dangerous thing, but we see he calls out to his embryo, and his embryo actually saves him, and I'm not going to lie here, guys, I was full chub. I'm not going to even lie, because, good lord, this was so good. I really love this part of the entire, episode, because the soundtrack or song for this was so good, and no lie, I hate to compare it to this, but it was some SAO level hype, and we see his embryo is quite an adorable little girl. And at first I'm like, oh, that's pretty cool, and it kind of just, it really shocked me, and I was like, oh, I'm definitely hyped. I'm full of chub. I'm ready to see what happens. And guys, she turns into a giant sword, and oh boy, that's a really good looking sword. It kind of reminds me of a sword I feel like I've seen it before, but damn, that's all I gotta say. But of course, with the sword, it's his embryo that is letting him her power, and he uses an attack which is vengeance is mine, and he literally one-shots it, and I'm like, okay, Belle, you calm down. We know Hestia knows. All jokes aside, really cool action scene right then and there. It kind of really got me on the edge of my seat, and I was just like, yeah, that's how we ended. And I just, it didn't feel underwhelming, and it was really well done. I'm not going to lie. But anyways, we kind of now get into the wrap-up of everything, and we meet the good old, embryo. Her name is Nemesis, and, she's a cute little girl, I'm not going to lie, and we must protect her too, even though she's going to protect us. Yeah, we have a lot of girls to protect this season. It's going to be a rough season, but nonetheless, we see what type, Nemesis is. She is a arms type, which we saw, previously in the beginning of the episode, and this is actually a cool thing I really do like with animes. Shield Hero does this a lot, and a lot of animes actually do fail at, foreshadowing, and it makes sense, and we have a really happy ending. The quest reward is a Remph berry, and, Nemesis is like, oh, really, just one? We hear Ray say, that's okay. She didn't die, and, I really like it. And, of course, she shows up. I completely forgot about him, not going to lie. And, yeah, the quest has been completed, and, yeah. So, my honest first impressions on this is this anime is really good. The soundtrack is good. The art isn't as high quality. I know, hearing from some people that have read the source, it was rushed. And, I kind of enjoy going in blind with this one because so far I'm enjoying it. I really hope it doesn't turn into SAO, but we'll see. But anyways, guys, I thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day. And tell me, what do you think about this anime? Did you like it, hate it? I'm curious. But anyways, guys, this has been Austin, and I am signing out. Peace.